Hi everyone. So today we are going to begin our sprout process. Now I will try to link the video in the cards and in the description because when we went to Atlanta, we went to a very nice store that sells like organic fruits, vegetable, herbs, dried herbs, Savananda. I want to say that's the name of it. But while we were looking through there, we found the salad sprout mix from Botanical Interests. And like I said, I'll link the video below because we also have like a sandwich sprout mix from the same company. But we are going to do the sprout salad mix today. And just to kind of refresh your memory, these sprouts take about 5 to 7 days, and they are just a mixture of alfalfa, clover, broccoli, kale, and burgundy amaranth. But we are going to start the process now. Although it says about 5 to 7 days, that's after we kind of do our prep. So in front of me right here is a sprouter, and I've had this for years. If I'm not mistaken, I got this from Williams in Sonoma. And I used to do a lot of mung bean sprouts because while living in Japan, mung beans were very popular over there, and they made this so wonderful garlic rice, and at the end they added those mung bean sprouts. So this is basically a 4-tier sprout. You don't have to get it where you do 4 tiers. Just the purpose of this sprout is if you want to start multiple varieties of sprouts at one time. You can, if you don't want to start a lot of sprouts, you can always just remove those layers right here and just start with this. Now the top you do not keep on while you're starting your sprouts. Is just really for storage purposes. And the way this works is each layer, and I know you all probably can't see it, so I'm going to take it to the sink and see if you could see, but each layer has these tiny circles that go around the perimeter of the sprouter. And so twice a day, you just kind of take a cup or two of water and you put it on the top layer. And so those sprouts, I mean, not the sprouts, but the water will trickle down all the way to this bottom layer right here. And then you just kind of empty all the water off. And just depending on what variety you have, or if you're doing multiple varieties, some grow quicker than the others. So the ones that are growing very quickly, you just take that layer and move it up to the top. But let me kind of show you with the water on how this works, and I hope you all can see. Let me get down just a little bit. So if you could see, the water is basically on the perimeter of each one, and it just kind of trickles down all the way to the bottom, and you just pour the water out. But the first thing we want to do before we even begin is we want to pre-soak our sprouts. Now this particular sprouter says you don't have to, but pre-soaking can help you to kind of get a jump start on the sprouts, and they also may be like a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to find a container, and then I'm going to go ahead and pre-soak my sprouts for about 8 to 12 hours, and then we'll come back and I'll just show you how to lay everything out to get the sprouts going. Okay, so before I go ahead and cover these with water, I just wanted to let you see how the sprouts look. So this is our variety of sprouts. And like I said, we're just gonna let them soak for about 8 to 12 hours. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get them started in our sprouter. So you can use anything, any type of bowl or whatever you have on hand, but I'm just gonna put it in here. I'm not gonna put the top on. I'm just gonna sit it off to the side and let it go ahead and soak, and then I'll come back and get them started in our sprouter. Okay, y'all, so I was really shooting for about 8 to 9 hours of letting these seeds soak and then put them into our sprouter over here. But after I got off work, I went to the gym, I came back, fixed me something to eat, and so it turned into 12 hours. And I'm serious about this, y'all. this is how I feel. When I'm at work, time slows down. When I'm off, time speeds up. So I'm one of those people, if you can figure out how to slow time down when I'm off, I'll pay you for it. So let me show you what we have after about 12 hours. It's really close to 12 hours here. I left the top totally off and just put it to the side. So I'm gonna try to get a closer look because these are our salad sprout seeds here. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a quick rinse of the seed. I definitely wanna do a quick rinse. And then I think I'll probably end up using maybe 2 tiers of this sprouter here. So we'll see, because I don't want to pile the seeds on. I want to give them enough room and enough space to go ahead and sprout. It says about 5 to 7 days. So let me go ahead, and I think I'm going to use some cheesecloth because I know that the seeds are tiny and I don't want them to go through. So let me use that to kind of rinse everything off, and then I'll come back and show you what we have ready to go in our sprouter. So some things, y'all, you just can't script. So I'm going to show you exactly how real this is. So after I have lost about 1/4 of my seeds right here, okay, and then I'm being lazy, and I thought, just use your little strainer here in the basket. And so if you can see very close, about 1/4 of the seeds got stuck. That's what you get for not pulling out the cheesecloth. So sometimes this is just an obedience lesson, which is what it is to me, because after I got finished speaking with y'all, I was like, you know what? I don't feel like pulling out the cheesecloth. Let's just use this. And so this is what has happened. So I do have to clean this up. But the good news is I do still have some sprouts that are in here. So let me tell y'all what I do. And just in case you're like, I thought you did this before. I do this with mung beans, and mung beans are bigger, and they're not like tiny seeds. You can see these and you can work with these. As a matter of fact, I have some in my cabinet. Let me show you the mung beans. Okay, so here are our mung beans that I normally use in this seed sprouter right here. And you can clearly see the difference. Like, these are not going through my whole strainer and bowl method that I normally use. So you live and you learn. But let me show you what we have here. So right here we have our measuring cup. So twice a day, I am going to pour at least 2 cups of water in here and let the water go and drain through, because you want to keep these seeds moist so that they can go ahead and sprout. Now I may use more, but we'll start off with 2 cups, because if you notice, the bottom layer cannot hold a lot. So what you want to do is, once everything has drained down, you want to empty out that water that has drained here at the bottom. Normally when I do my mung beans, and I'm going to do the same for my salad sprouts, I always leave the top layer empty. And I do this because I pour the water in here and I don't want the seeds to move all the way around and get dislodged, displaced, anything like that. So I leave this with nothing in it, and I'll pour my water in here. So I ended up using 3 tiers. So this is our first tier of seeds right here. And like I said, as you've seen before early in the video, they have the little holes that go all the way around. This is the last little bit of seeds. These are the reserves, of what was left over after I pretty much got things stuck. And then here is our 3rd layer. So I have everything wet. Everything is still draining. Let's look at our bottom layer here, because I had it wet trying to get everything in here. So we have some water. I'm just going to dump it out in the sink, and then I'm going to pour these 2 cups of water in here again twice a day, and then I'll let you see the process midway through, and then our final results. So a quick tip and a quick note is I'm not going to put these in a direct sunlight. I'm just going to set these over in the corner of my cabinet and just kind of keep an eye on them. Again, twice a day, we're just going to pour this water on here. We'll pour it on here, let it drain, and I can walk away from this, come back in a few minutes, we'll say maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and just pour that excess water. It looks like it drains pretty fast, if you can see, but I'll just pour that excess water from the bottom. And this is a great, very great video because I can show you, I don't know if you can see the water going through, they're moving through the corners. And so I'll come back in about 5 or 10 minutes. So the water does move down pretty fast. I'll come back in about 5 or 10 minutes, empty it out, set it over to the side, and I may not even have to wait that long. I really want to pull the top layer off just to show you all. So the water is very fast draining, but you got to give it time to go through the whole tier. If you can see right here, first tier, second tier, third tier. And so, yeah, I think I'll give it a few minutes. And then once everything drains, because I can see it kind of settling there. Once everything drains, I'll pour this out, set it over to the side, and we'll let you see midway through what we have. Okay, so our sprouts are all ready, but I do have a little small confession to make to you all. If you remember at the beginning of the video, we started out with 4 tiers. We're now down to 3 because last night I used some of the salad sprouts to sprinkle over my salads. I always pre-make my salads because I can't figure out where time goes in the morning when I'm getting ready for work. So I pre-make them so that I can just grab and go. And so this is basically what you get in a few days. And the good thing about the sprouts is you can grow them any time of the year. All you need is a little small space somewhere, a container, water them twice a day, make sure you drain off the water, and in a few days you will have you some nice nutritious sprouts. And I'll show you again what we planted, which is right here from Botanical Interests. This is the salad mix sprouts, but I've always loved growing sprouts. I'll continue to try new ones because this was a new variety for me. Most of the time I do the mung beans, but they were good today because I took one to work. They gave extra flavor to my salad. So I taste a little bit of nuttiness to some of it too, but I encourage you to try them. Very easy, grow them anytime you like. So also comment below and let me know if you already grow sprouts and what type of sprouts do you grow. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, we would absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. So make sure you tap that bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye-bye.